And now, from Stage 21 at Universal Studios at Universal Orlando Resort.
All right, good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back for the more XWF Wrestling here on the Nation Network. What a night we've got lined up for you tonight, of course. Sergeant Slaughter will be in individual competition tonight. We're going to see Scott Steiner in singles competition after what he did to his brother 2 weeks ago. Cannot believe. And, of course, in our main event later on tonight, exercising the return clause in the contract, Mr. Perfect, coming after Jerry the King Lawler for the XWF World Heavyweight Championship right here, live on the Nation Network.
Well, not only that, but we're going to be kicking it off with what I think is an absolute dream match in the tag team division. You're looking at one of the top contenders for the XWF Tag Team Championship right here at Axe and Smash Demolition. Talk about a difference in styles. They are going to be challenged in a whole different way than we've ever seen before.
Well, indeed, these are a couple of big, powerful men, and they, throughout their history, have gone up against very similar forces. However, tonight they're going to be tested unlike ever before, as we're taking a look at a unique teaming of luchadors. As they take a look at their first opponent, Psychosis.
Well, when it comes to the luchadors, what I'll tell you is this. When it comes to something like gravity, it doesn't seem to apply very well to them.
Well, indeed, these men set all sorts of new standards in things that can be accomplished not just inside but outside the ring,
as well as the airspace above it.
Indeed. Want to welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network. We see Andrew Roberts in the house. Vampiro is here. Miracle is here as well. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thank you for joining us here for XWF Wrestling. The countdown to 2K25 is on.
We've got John in the house. Welcome aboard.
Psychosis stepping into the ring. Crowd on its feet really respect what these luchadors bring to the match.
Very distinct style when it comes to the luchador wrestling in Mexico, and I know a little bit about that because, you know, I live half the year there in Mexico.
Indeed. What do we have to do to get you to live the other half?
You keep on talking like that, you may turn up in Mexico.
Looking at the Cruiserweight champion from WCW.
From Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 205 pounds, the WCW Cruiserweight champion, Jushin Thunder Liger.
Well, I know he's a cruiserweight, but he's actually lost some more weight just recently because he was the XWF Cruiserweight champion as well, and now he's down to just the WCW title, so he lost about 15 pounds the way I figure.
Well, indeed, that title did slip from the grasp of Jushin Thunder Liger. Not one to stay down, jumping right into a tag team match of all things. Oh, that's a roundhouse right to the head. Oh, Axe paying a price early on for that one.
Well, the one advantage I believe that the luchadors are going to have, and they have to take advantage of it, is their speed. They're not going to have power, they're not going to have size or strength, so they're going to have to rely on a lot of speed and quickness and frequent tags. But right now, Axe and Smash doing what they do best, and that is the double team right out of the corner.
Down across the arm, and now Smash, a legal member of the Demolition, throwing him across the ring.
Yeah, they'll be able to do that all night long because of the weight advantage.
Perhaps a little too early to be expecting a 3 count.
Now, by the same token, while the size and strength advantage clearly rests in the hands of Demolition, it's no good if you don't take advantage of it. I would stay on my man non-stop and just keep beating him into the ground, and we know Demolition more than capable of doing it.
Once again, doing a great job of cutting the ring in half are the Demolition, showing why they are the top contenders in many people's eyes for the tag team titles, currently held by the Brainbusters, members Ravishing Rick Rude and the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well, I'll tell you, I'd pay good money to see Demolition go up against those two. That would be one hell of a match.
And now look at Axe on the top rope. Yeah, not used to seeing this too often. Oh, flying shoulder, and down he goes.
Turned them inside out with that one. Tremendous impact on that move. Shout out to Judd in the house along with Hot Shit. Welcome aboard.
You can't say that.
It's a man's name. We got big balls out there, don't we?
Excuse me?
You know, on the news. Doge, big balls. Why can't we have Hot Shit?
I apologize. Going to work now. Axe in the corner. Drawn back out to the middle of the ring by Liger. Went out to the apron, thought about it.
Well, I think he was going to try some sort of a slingshot maneuver and probably thought, and I'd say wisely so, that they hadn't done enough damage to make that a safe maneuver. Safe in the sense that it would have had a probability of working, because when you go high risk and you miss, you pay double the price for that.
Liger now ramming the head of Axe into the top turnbuckle. Not taking advantage of the opportunity for a double team here, at least not as of yet. Series of chops to the chest, and Axe crashing out to the middle.
Well, that's a stupid move right there. First of all, what is he posing for? He's wearing a full body suit. Nobody can tell if he's got a muscle on him or not.
Smash taking advantage of the poorly timed celebration. Series elbows right to the jaw, goes for the cover. I doubt that's going to be enough. And easily out the back door. Nicely done. Big fist drop right between the eyes. That's got him going. Stretching out that arm, driving the knee right into the elbow.
Well, joint manipulation, that is key for any good wrestler. And right now, Smash doing a good job of hitting those pinpoint precision moments and areas of the body. He knows what to do to make the maximum damage, and he's doing it right now.
Axe comes into the ring. Liger tied up against the ropes. Series of forearms right to the middle of the back, and that's going to take its toll. Has him up in the air into the turnbuckle and drops him like a bad habit, as they say. Going up down to the top rope. Oh, too late. Tag was made, and now Psychosis gets caught with a clothesline.
What a clothesline it was, too. He hit him with everything he had.
Setting him up for a pile driver, and that's it. Head first into the mat. I don't see him kicking out of this one. Referee's in position. Save had to be made by Liger.
And that's the only reason this match is going on right now. After that pile driver, the match was over.
Smash now comes up, living up to his name with that shoulder block. Smashed right through him. And now had him up, couldn't hold him. Psychosis going to have to try and find another way.
Well, there was the advantage that he had with the quickness. You saw him come out of that what would have been gorilla press slam. I believe he managed to fall out the back door and take advantage of it.
Turns his attention. Oh, and just dropped Axe right off the apron.
And Smash taking a couple of shots at Liger. I'll tell you, both men right now more worried about the man outside the ring than the one inside, and that's where mistakes get made.
Comes up with a clothesline of his own, does Psychosis, and now Smash got caught with a forearm shiver. How big a win would it be for the Luchadors if they score one over Demolition?
Well, it would be absolutely huge. I don't think there's anyone in the building here that's given them a chance to win this match.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that.
I would.
Drop toe hold, follows it up with an elbow right between the shoulder blades. Shades of the legendary Midnight Express going for the cover, hooking a leg. There's a count of one, and almost two. Boot to the midsection, and now Liger has him up. Oh, a Liger driver right down on top of the head. Goes for the cover. Will that be enough? One. Could be enough to do two. He goes. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I got to tell you right now, I thought it was going to be an upset. It looked like he had him.
Went for the shooting star press. Nobody home, and as you stated earlier, high risk, high reward.
Yeah, or otherwise it's no reward. And in this case, he may be done.
Dropping that elbow to the back of the skull. My goodness, that's got to be all she wrote. He can't kick out from that.
Well, you're right, he couldn't, but Psychosis was able to get in and make the save, and once again, that's the only reason the Luchadors are still in this match.
Hammering down on him with a double sledgehammer. Wielding that sledgehammer of his, much like the Mighty Thor. Hammering away now with a series of forearms across the chest of Psychosis, and he takes the nasty plunge.
Well, right now, Liger's in double trouble because he's got no tag team partner.
Blocking the suplex, nicely done by Liger, reverses. And now it is Axe in trouble, trying to make his way back to his feet. Sent to the ropes, into the corner he goes. Axe in the wrong part of town. Going to work on the arm, using that top rope for added leverage. Smart move right there by Jushin Thunder Liger.
Well, I'll admit it really was, because they've got to find a way to overcome the size and strength disadvantage, and it just didn't last very long, and that's the problem they're having.
Inverted atomic knee drop, and now from the middle rope. Oh my goodness, connecting with that fist. Goes for the cover, hooks a leg, gets one, gets two, he got him.
Well, as I said, I don't think there's anybody that is surprised right now that Demolition. Oh, wait just a moment.
Take a look at this, the Nasty Boys, what the hell? Nasty Boys hit the ring, and they are attacking Demolition. We've got a commercial break coming up. We'll be back with more. Give me a break.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Paris Island, South Carolina, weighing in at 305 pounds, Sergeant Slugger.
As we take a look at Sergeant Slaughter heading down the aisle at this time, leaving Old Glory.
Well, of course, Sergeant Slaughter with the endless war with the Iron Sheik. Some of the most unbelievable battles I've ever seen in the world of professional wrestling, but definitely here in the Xwf.
And no matter how it's gone, you just know that there's always another chapter to be written between those two. All right, Slaughter gets ready to go one-on-one with Tavish Williams. Don't know a lot about this man.
Well, he's what you'd call a journeyman wrestler, and I think he's about to get a hell of an education here, courtesy of Sergeant Slaughter. Already busted open his Tavish.
Slaughter wasted no time at all. Look at this. He might be wrestling Tavish Williams, but I think he sees the Iron Sheik.
Well, if he sees the Iron Sheik and Tavish Williams, he better go check out with an optometrist. At the very least, Williams has a whole lot more hair.
Sergeant Slaughter sending perhaps a message. Now to the top rope. Not looking good. Oh, there's that sledgehammer down across the head. He's going to feel that one.
Well, not only that, but that wound on the head of Tavish is going to be busted open even worse than it was before. He rolls out of the ring. That's just self-preservation.
Slaughter comes off the top of the floor and just drives that forearm. Series of rights and lefts, and now drives a knee. Gonna have to pay close attention to the officials' count here because you can get wrapped up in the moment.
Well, no question about it. Look at the blood flowing down the face right there of Tavish Williams. He's a mess.
Well, the journeyman, oh my goodness! That cannon clothesline almost took the head right off of him. Slaughter getting caught. This is what I warned you about. It's a double countout. Slaughter couldn't make it back in the ring.
Well, that's definitely not what I think he anticipated happening in this one, but hey, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Hi, it's me, Antonio Banderas. When I use my Bosch fridge, it makes me feel different. It makes me feel like Antonio Banderas.
Well, I hear you, brother. Because when I use my Bosch power tools, I feel like the Macho Man Randy Savage. You dig it?
I do dig it, Randy.
Whip it!
Powerful power tools.
Phenomenal appliances.
Rotary hammers.
Dishwashers.
Mighty sauce.
Induction cooktops.
Randy!
Coming. Impact drivers.
Refrigerators.
Watch this. Elbow.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Once again, we are back and ready for more action. Here comes the Clown.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from parts unknown. Weighing in at 245 pounds, Doink the Clown.
Well, one thing about Doink the Clown, you never really know what you're going to get, but one thing we do know, he's one of the most tremendous in-ring performers. Don't let the cover of the book fool you, because I can tell you right now, he's a very dangerous man inside the squared circle. Once that bell rings, whoever your opponent is, if you're going up against Doink, you better know you're in for a hell of a show.
Indeed, once again, the countdown to 2K25 is on. Join us on Friday night, midnight, Eastern Standard Time for the launch.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 251 pounds, Scotty Riggs.
We take a look at one half of the American males, Scotty Riggs.
Well, we've seen him in tag team competition, and he's done pretty well there. Now we'll get a look at him in one-on-one matchup. We'll see how he does without Marcus Alexander Bagwell to back him up.
I don't think he needs a backup, to be honest with you. I think he's quite the talent.
Well, the thing you have to understand, little man, is there's a whole different world in wrestling when it comes to tag team versus individual wrestling, I should say. When you're in there one-on-one and you don't have that opportunity to get somebody to yell instructions at you, somebody who's there able to see things you can't see, or perhaps give you the tag to get the break you so desperately need, now you've got no one to fall back on but yourself, and it is a totally different game when that happens.
Well, I am more than sure that Scotty Riggs is up to that challenge. However, we are indeed talking about Doink the Clown, and you just never know. Referee calls for the bell, and action underway. Riggs starting things off with a neck breaker.
Interesting to see him go for an aggressive maneuver like that. Normally you'd wear your opponent down a little bit more, but he felt he had it, and he did.
Oh, talking about aggressive stunner off the top rope. On the apron, sends Doink crashing to the floor. Now an inverted atomic knee drop. Things not going well for the Clown.
Well, thus far, Riggs is doing a great job, much better than I would have anticipated. I certainly didn't expect him to come out on a hot start like this.
Belly to back, perhaps. Atomic knee drop instead. On the floor, and again, you got to pay attention to the referee's count. We saw what happened earlier to Sergeant Slaughter. Double count out. And now Riggs going to head back up and into the ring as Doink joins him. They will not be out there for the count of 10 this time around. Irish whip. Oh, the referee got in the way. And Doink able to take advantage of it.
You know, I don't know that I could ever say quite enough about the officiating here in the XWF, but I tell more times than not, I'll tell you, it just played out sucks. Can't even get out of their own way half the time. And look at Hebner standing by like some kind of lump of coal. What did I tell you? He's trying to bring him to the corner. The referee won't move his ass out of the way.
Indeed, the official having a great deal of difficulty with his positioning here in this match. Maybe time for a review. As Doink now raking the face of Scotty Riggs into the mat. The soundstage here at Universal Studios is alive. This crowd having a tremendous time here tonight. Still to come, the XWF World Heavyweight title on the line. The return clause has been exercised by Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. And tonight, he will go up against the man who defeated him for the world title, the King Jerry Lawler. Doink again with a shot to the head.
Well, right now, Doink's in complete control, and he's enjoying every moment of it. Perhaps too much. I'm not so sure. You want to put him away if you have him done.
Elbow from the top, and that could have been enough. Shades of the Macho Man. Oh, that's it. Party Crasher. Go for the cover. Bombs away. 1, 2, and it's over.
What did I tell you? Nobody there for him to tag out to. He had to get it done on his own, and he couldn't.
Here is your winner, Doink the Clown.
Big victory for that man right. Look at this. Unbelievable. Fans will be back with plenty more action. Stay with us.
There's only one man who can tell the world all that goes on in pro wrestling.
I'm Captain Lou, and I'm talking to you about the world of pro wrestling. Call me. I'm telling you, this number's for you. Mom, you raised a great son.
There'll be no more calls for you, Lou. My boys and I are taking you in. Get it. Come on.
I got a right to make one phone call, and so do you.
Lou Albano's Wrestling Hotline, available until further notice or a hearing. Call now, $1.50 for the first minute, 35 cents each additional minute.
Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, making his way down the aisle. It was a little over 2 weeks ago that this man at Aftershock turned his back on his own blood, his own brother. They were the tag team champions for nearly a full calendar year.
Well, you say they were, and for almost a full calendar year. Here's the reality. The reason they're not is because Rick Steiner kept getting pinned week after week after week because he's the mental midget of the team. Scott Steiner finally realized he had to stand up and fight for himself, and I applaud him for it.
turning his back on his own brother, and you'd applaud that?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, this is business. This isn't about friends, families. It's only about one thing, not the red, not the blood in the veins. It's about the green.
Well, one man decided to step up this week and try and do something about it.
Weighing in at 270 pounds, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Well, I think it's safe to say they're never going to patch the board into this year's model.
Well, indeed, it only took them about 10 months to do it last year, and then you'd think it would just hang out and be there for the next one, but of course it's 2K, so no. Duggan steps through the ropes with Old Glory.
Well, that may be the one and only thing about Hacksaw Jim Duggan that I can say positive is the fact that he brings Old Glory to the ring, waving her as we should, but I don't like his odds tonight against Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, I can tell you. Rick Steiner, he's been on the shelf now for a couple of weeks after what his brother done to him, and now we're going to take a look at the powerhouse himself in action.
Indeed. Scott Steiner has definitely been hitting the gym even harder than before.
And it shows.
He's got Duggan in trouble. Going to turn him over for a Boston Crab. Deep into the lower back.
Well, I don't think he was trying to beat him with that move. I think he was trying to weaken him with it because we all know he's got now a move that he calls the Steiner Recliner, and it's kind of like the Iron Sheik's Camel Clutch, maybe even a little bit more lethal if there is such a thing. But if he puts it on a back, especially an injured back like a Duggan, the odds are much better. What the hell was that?
Jim Duggan throwing caution to the wind. Launching himself over the top rope.
When was the last time you saw a 300-plus man like Duggan do that?
Completely eradicated Steiner with that one, and now follows it up with a knee to the head. Back onto the bottom rope, follows him in, and now Jim Duggan has got Scott Steiner in a very compromised position here. Forearm down goes Steiner.
I'm shocked right now. I cannot believe that Duggan has the kind of momentum that he has. Well, he did anyway. Let's see what happens here.
Scott Steiner rolls him over, only getting a 1 count. You're definitely going to have to do more damage than that as we see him wrenching the head and the neck area of Duggan, really putting some torque on it.
You say it like it's a bad thing. He's saving him money at the chiropractor as far as I'm concerned.
Hold on just a moment. That's Rick Steiner's music. The dog-faced gremlin, is he here?
Well, it doesn't appear so, but he definitely distracted Hacksaw, or I beg your pardon, his brother, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner momentarily. Duggan tried taking advantage of it, couldn't do it.
Frankensteiner, and that might be all she wrote. There's 2, and Duggan out the back door. Look at the face of Scott Steiner. He can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. I thought for sure the Frankensteiner was going to be enough.
Big right hand, and down goes Duggan ringside. Referee's count is going. Oh, Duggan with a right of his own. The native of Glens Falls using the steel post as an equalizer.
Shout out to the Ancient Clown. Your brother was on earlier. You missed him.
That count's starting to get up there. Pay attention, gentlemen, unless you want another double count out. And now Duggan going to the top rope. Caught Steiner right in the head.
Big right hand, but that was a closed fist. Referee should be doing something about that.
Out to the floor, the action spills, and now Duggan driving the knee down into the face. Stomping away on the midsection. Once again, all roads lead to Friday, March 7th, 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time, the launch of WWE 2K25 right here on the Nation Network. Here's the Irish whip into the ropes. Back out front. There's the clothesline. Going for the cover. One. He's got two. And oh, man, that would have been a big win right there for Duggan.
That would have been a huge win right now, and Scott Steiner definitely doesn't want to be on the losing end of this jabroni. Are you kidding me?
What in the hell?
You know what, lately, I don't know what's been in catering, but we've seen some dudes doing some pretty amazing things that we've never seen them do before.
Well, indeed, Hacksaw Jim Duggan right now putting on an aerial show. A few weeks ago, we saw Greg Valentine do it. Oh, he's got them all. Papa Pop's going to use... Oh, a Steiner driver. It's over. It is over.
Yeah, you're not going to kick out on that one.
Not a chance. He put him away with it. Matter of fact, he may have done real damage to Hacksaw. We might need to get some medical attention up there and see how he is.
Well, I can tell you how he is. He's about, 3 inches shorter than he was walking in.
When we return, the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. The return clause being exercised here tonight on the XWF. Stay with us.
Well, let me tell everybody something. America is back. 2024 was a great year. And in 2025, we made the decision to make America great again. And what better way? With real American beer. We're bringing America back together in 2025 with real American beer. So what you gonna do when real American beer and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Extreme Wrestling Championship.
The XWF World Heavyweight Championship on the line. It was aftershock. It was an upset. As we take a look at the former champion, Mr. Perfect, along with his manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Well, I spoke to Bobby the Brain Heenan backstage before we went on the air, and I can tell you right now, he said there was absolutely no better version of Mr. Perfect than what we're going to see here tonight. He is sharp, he is ready, and he is absolutely hungry. Talk about Eye of the Tiger, he's got it right here, right now.
Tried to ask him earlier in the week if that was a perfect defeat.
And what did he say?
I didn't stick around long enough to find out.
Yeah, you'll be lucky if he doesn't tie you into a perfect pretzel. You keep talking like that. I just took a look into the eyes of Kurt Hennig, and I'm telling you, the challenger's ready. No doubt about that.
And now our first opportunity to get a look at the new XWF Heavyweight Champion. There he is, the man who calls himself the leader of the crowd. Jerry the King Lawler making his way down the aisle.
Well, you know, there's been a lot of guys calling themselves the leader of the crown over the last year. Thought it was Triple H that basically owned the bragging rights after he beat everybody else on the crown team.
Well, indeed, I believe he did as well, but we haven't seen him here very often, and in your absence, sometimes other people will step up into the role, and that seems to be the case here. Stepping through the ropes now, the King, Jerry Lawler. No stranger to being a world champion is Mr. Lawler. He's done that many times in the past.
Well, he's held the championship in companies like the USWA. He was the AWA World Heavyweight Champion. As a matter of fact, while he was in the picture for the AWA Heavyweight World Championship, he and Mr. Perfect had a series of matches back then as well.
That is the title that will be on the line here, ladies and gentlemen.
Minnesota, weighing in at 260 pounds, Mr. Perfect. And his opponent from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing in at 235 pounds, the Extreme Wrestling Champion, Jerry the King Lawler.
Anytime the world title's on the line, it's a major event. It's a must-see event. And tonight, here on the Nation Network, history will be made. Referee showing that championship to both men. One of them will walk away with it tonight. Which one will it be?
Well, I'm putting my money right on my back right there. That man, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. Both of these dudes know what it's like to get a championship match. Both of them know what it's like to win one, and they both know what it's like to lose one. Question is, which one of these men is going to learn the most from those recent lessons, and we'll find out in just a little bit.
Indeed, Lawler, the champion. Oh, he's not liking the reaction from the crowd, and believe it or not, Mr. Perfect may be the fan favorite here.
Well, that could happen sometimes. You never know. I mean, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and right now Lawler's one of the least liked men in the XWF. I was going to also say in the locker room, and that's pretty accurate as well.
And now Hennig, the challenger, with the Irish whip, drop down, nicely done. Back body drop.
Well, you say nicely done. I say perfectly done.
Indeed. Perfect driving the knees right into the shoulder and the pectoral area of Jerry Lawler. And again, an Irish whip over the top rope, and Lawler crashing out on the floor. Oh, and he went for a big move, and it didn't pay off.
Well, what did I say? You go big, sometimes go big rewards, but in this case, it didn't happen.
Not only that, but he didn't connect on the floor, which is the most unforgiving surface you can imagine.
Yeah, coming off that top rope, it's a good 15 feet all the way down to the floor, and that's just no fun whatsoever.
Oh, Lawler bounced off the steel post as the count goes up. Will this be a win? Oh, my goodness, I thought Perfect was going to get a count-out victory.
Well, he don't want a count-out victory. If he gets a count-out win, he doesn't win the title.
Back body drop, he's got him. Foot is clearly under the bottom rope, referee.
Once again, the referee's doing what they do worst.
Has him up over the shoulder, couldn't hold him. And Lawler with a chop block from behind.
Well, that'd be a 20-yarder in the NFL on a Sunday, but right now it's completely legal here in the XWF.
Perfect into the corner, followed up. Oh, he got caught. The King got caught by the elbow. Bobby the Brain Heaton watching on intently from the sidelines here. Going for the cover. Referee is distracted with a turnbuckle pad. As a result, Jerry Lawler able to kick out on one. Perfect plex. Oh, we've got a new champion. Oh, he couldn't hold it. He couldn't hold it.
Yeah, the impact was pretty strong. Let's see if it's enough to get a new champion. It is.
Oh, my word. History made. And in short order, I might add.
Extreme Wrestling Champion, Mr. Perfect.
And all is right in the world today. We're taking a look at, once again, the new Xwf Heavyweight Champion of the world, Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig.
Indeed. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time. And remember, Friday, March 7th, 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time, we will be going live with 2K25. Until then, so long.